New week on the Morning Wager. If you listened to us last week, you went 12-3. That is 80%, I do believe, with our free plays. Mark Zinno and I gave out a couple buttes in college football over the weekend on the If You Caught Friday show. Mark gave out Mississippi State plus the points. I gave out Georgia team total under. Mark, before you rant, okay, let's bask in the globe, a nice 12-3 record on the show last week. And two, buddy, happy Veterans Day.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind
Am
of
I
you
allowed
to
to salute?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Stand at attention when you do so, please. Yeah, Veterans Day is great. Happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters in arms out there and all you guys who are veterans. We appreciate your service. Thank you for making the sacrifice to our nation and our country. I, however, sacrificed my bankroll, and thankfully only 2 people bought my packages over the weekend, but those people's bankroll for a really, really, really kicking the balls kind of Saturday. Started out great. Rutgers covers, right? Which was our $5 play, which now outside of Bryson Daly not spending for Army, I have made five of the last 6 $5 plays have all cashed. So when we get to Tuesday, that's the day you want to actually purchase what I give out, because I'm pretty much useless the other 6 days of the week. Ask my ex-wife. Beyond that, wasn't bad Sunday, but Saturday just didn't. Look, if you watch WagerTalk last call with Kelly in Vegas, everything I said on that show, everything I said. So I hope you just listened to that and took all the free stuff. And I know only one poor bastard bought the plays anyway, so I owe you money, pal. Stand up and wait to be recognized. Come forward, silent rogue, and claim thy prize. But anyway, so we're over it. We're moving on to the next day because we have to. And
Yes.
yeah.
That was Mark Zinno taking us, as he often does, into the admin side of Wager Talk. Yes, I too. Yes,
I
I too had Rutgers.
From these people. What am I?
No,
what kind of
I like when you start talking about your.
I mean, my God! Like, first of all, the record is posted on the page, so we know I suck. That's number one. Number two, okay, like I just would like to tell people, where we are, what's going on. I'm an honest broker. Integrity is one of the Army values, so I have integrity. Unlike some of these other shills running around here, throwing just information again. Not you, you dope.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right.
You're my co-host and punching bag. I mean, you're also my friend. I'm not going to throw you under the bus.
Oh, thank you. That was very nice of you to say. Yes,
you rally moron.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's get to Monday. Okay, that was last week. That was the weekend. I too am 5-1 with my $5 play since we started that promotion at Wager Talk. I had Rutgers was my $5 plays as well too. How about that, Mark? You and I were on the same thing. Stop it. We agreed. All right. Now on the Monday, we do agree on something on the Monday Night Football game between the Dolphins and Rams. That will come up in our show Best Bet segment. This is an all Monday Night Football edition of the Morning Wager. We're giving you 3 bets on Dolphins Rams today, and Mark Zinno is up first. Mark, you're going to look at the first half total in this game, which can be found at 24 is the number that you have found here.
Yeah. Look, where the total's sitting over 48 for the game, right? We're at 48 and a half, 49. Essentially, you got to get to 51. And you know me, my old theory always holds up true for me. If they ain't covering early or they ain't going over early, they ain't going over late. Look, if you think this game goes over, they're going to have a big first half. I kind of trend that way, given this Miami defense isn't all that great. The Rams are at home. They're healthy again. They have Puka. They have Cooper Kupp. Is Cooper Kupp in? He's back in, right? I know he's nicked up a little bit. But, they have Puka and Cooper Kupp, so their offense should be able to do it. This Rams defense is getting better, but I also, look at it and go, there are some holes there. They can be scored upon. They can be beat. And they haven't really faced a high-level offense at all this year, other than the Lions in week 1, a game that they lost and gave up 26. Other than that, the Cardinals weren't the version of the Cardinals that they were in week 2. The Seahawks aren't great. The Vikings with Sam Darnold are trending downward. Packers really are the only other kind of semi-legitimate offense, but they run the ball. And the Dolphins will run, but they do it mostly through the air. We haven't seen, Tua be back in 100% full form, 3rd game here. So I think we get a little bit of a breakout here. I wouldn't exactly call this a contrarian play per se, leaning towards the over, because usually the public is on the over. But I think that there are a lot of people who would tend to think Miami won't hold up their end of the bargain here this week, and I think they will. So We got an even number at 24. I'm willing to live with the push. I'll take it and go over 24 in the first half.
All right, smash that like button if you're in agreement with Zinno there on the first half over 24. The man says that they ain't going over early, they ain't going over late. I actually quoted that in one of my write-ups this weekend, Mark. I said, as my good friend Mark Zinno says, if they ain't covering early, they ain't covering late. That was a winner with Utah against BYU. We did not need to stay up late to watch
There are
Utah
a lot of
blow
those
that
winners.
game.
It would have been a winner with Maryland. It would have been a winner with Mississippi State. It would have been a winner with a lot of teams this week.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, from the first half to the anytime touchdown market we go. So I will be getting my half of double play is going to be an anytime touchdown bet. Our show best bet is going to be an anytime touchdown bet. Oh, by the way, we're 3-0 this year with anytime touchdown plays on Monday Night Football. And I like Puka Nacua to get in the end zone here. That's my half double play. Plus 130 is the price you can get here. Now, the Rams receiver has yet to find the end zone this season, Mark. But let's keep in mind, he's only played in 3 games. And last week, he was ejected through a punch. Didn't even get to finish the game. So I think he comes out a little motivated here, does Mr. Nacua. You look, he and Cooper Kupp, the aforementioned Cooper Kupp, who you mentioned earlier in the show, they're both plus 130. I think in this market, you look at how Miami plays defense, mostly zone coverage. The numbers say Nacua has more success against that kind of defense than does Kupp. I'm not going to argue with the numbers. What, is Puka Nacua going to go the whole season without finding the end zone, Mark? I think not. I'll keep it short and sweet, man. Anytime touchdown. Puka Nacua finds the end zone. A motivated Puka Nacua after being ejected last week. Thoughts?
I mean, people usually respond well to ejections.
Yes, they do. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get to our second. Let's get to our second anytime touchdown bet of the show. It is our show best bet. You and I are lockstep on this. Tyreek Hill, technically questionable to play. You and I are not doctors.
Actually.
Okay.
He's actually questionable. Not technically.
Yeah, technically and actual. I believe it's the same thing. It's a synonym, but that's okay. We are not doctors. We are handicappers. But we believe he's going to play. We think it's a key game for Miami. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They need all hands on deck. So Tyreek Hill, another guy like Nacua, has not been in the end zone very much.
Nope.
We think he's going to get in the end zone in a game that you think there's going to be a lot of scoring in the first half. So Tyreek Hill, tell the people about him anytime touchdown.
Well, look, week 1, way back in week 1, when the Dolphins season had promise, they went out and beat the Jaguars to a game where Tyreek Hill had 12 targets, 7 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Since that game, he's never had 7 receptions. He's never had 100 yards, and he's never had a touchdown. Blanked for the last 8 weeks. Now, 3rd week back for Tua Tagovailoa. Last 2 weeks, 6 receptions, 72 yards. Last week, 4 receptions, 80 yards. I think the uptick is coming here. As Brian Power would say, what is they going to keep him out of the end zone for the rest of the season? I feel like this is a spot here where Tyreek Hill has a game that he can go off. As much as I would look at the yardage mark as well, this is a spot here where the Dolphins can't be competitive in this game if Tyreek Hill isn't having a big game and if he's not getting in the end zone. So this isn't exactly a great Rams secondary. Where the Rams have improved defensively is up front with Jared Verse and the pass rush and things of that nature. But I would tend to think there's going to be a lot of room for Tua to run in the secondary here. I would look to his receptions prop. I would look to his yards prop as well. But I kind of feel like the best value here at plus 130 is the Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. Again, if he plays. So you may end up putting all this energy and effort into it, and he might not play. But if he does, I expect a big night. So let's go Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown for our best bet.
That is 2 anytime touchdown bets, both plus 130, in addition to Mark Zinno saying the first half of this game will go over the total. Please comment down below with your thoughts on those 3 selections. Which one do you like the most? What are you betting on Monday Night Football? Any questions you may have on the NBA or college basketball slate, we will be happy to answer those. Or, well, Mark, I'm going to throw something to you before we wrap it up here.
Right.
I think in terms of the side, I would tease Miami tonight up to plus 8.5. Obviously, this is the last game on the Week 10 slate, so you would have to look ahead to Week 11. Any options that jump out to you for next week that you would, as a potential second teaser leg with Miami tonight? I have a fun one I'm going to share with the people. I brought it up on the Power Five.
Do I have to do one teaser, or can I tease whatever the hell I damn want because it's my damn money?
Well, it's America, and as I often tell you, especially with it being Veterans Day, you can do anything you'd like.
Okay, well, if I'm going to do anything I like, I just take the Steelers up to 9. Not even going to sweat it. It's a one-score game.
That is a leading candidate. I mean, every Ravens-Steelers game is close throughout human history, right?
Yes.
I think Atlanta's an option, but here's the fun one. I gave this out on the Power 5. I would tease the Dolphins tonight with, drumroll please, the Dolphins next week. -1. Tease them down to -1 against the Raiders. Wouldn't that be fun to tease the Dolphins with the Dolphins?
Boy, you really thought long and hard on that. Thought that was going to be cute and funny. It just wasn't. It just didn't land all that well. I got to tell you.
I think you secretly liked it. I think you secretly liked it. And you're just trying to kill it now. And now,
I would remind you, the Dolphins are at a severe rest disadvantage because the Raiders were on a bye this week and the Dolphins are on a short week. So I would walk away from that personally.
You know what the Raiders
rest disadvantage thing is? The rest disadvantage thing has been huge this year. For teams that are at a rest disadvantage have not been coming up well.
You know what the Raiders are at a disadvantage of?
Everything.
Good.
Coaching. Yeah, that too. But the other one I would go with, honestly, is the Saints. They had their new coach bump. I'm sorry, the Browns rather take them up to +8. Yeah, the Saints had their new coach bump win, right, over the Falcons, a game they probably shouldn't have won. Now they'll go back to sucking again. And Cleveland is just a defense to remind them how much they suck, with a total of 44, by the way. So very low total. Fits into the Wong. My God, you can't do that. It's not a Wong teaser.
Okay. You're getting out of hand here.
Do whatever you want with your money, folks, okay? If you want to make a stupid bet, make a stupid bet. Now, we'll make fun of you for it, but at the end of the day, guess what? I don't have a problem teasing through 10 because 10 is a key number, right?
Yes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't have a problem teasing a total through key totals in the NFL. Why? Because they're key totals. So do what you want with your money.
It's the Jameis Winston revenge game, by the way. Browns and Saints.
You can't do that.
You're getting up.
I've been this for 40 years. We don't tease non-long games. Call 1-900-SPORTS-LINE, and I'll give you my best bet at an 80% clip. Yeah.
I don't think that phone number works anymore. All right. If you have not already smashed that thumbs up button, why not?
Intrepid folks.
Jesus, you're ripping on old people. I know it's Veterans Day. You just can't rip on old people. My God. Many of them could be veterans.
You ever see NFL refs? They rip on those dudes all the time. They're all old. Them and kickers. They suck.
I wasn't going to bring
Young
up kickers.
You and Jake Booty just walking oncoming traffic, both of you. Just lay down in traffic.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Listen, put it this way, okay? The Taliban, Hamas, and a kicker were on a ledge.
Now this is complete. Okay, stop it. Okay, you can get away with that on Veterans Day, but stop that. By the way, speaking of old people that suck, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. We have a connection. Yes. Okay.
Well done, Joe Ranieri. Well done.
Okay. You've commented already here on the show. You've already smashed that like button. Now, make sure you're subscribed to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. That's how we continue to keep this free content going.
Hey, damn,
12-3 last week.
I'm lonely.
I got a 4% best bet coming to the NBA tonight.
I would shut up. Left out your record.
Number 1 in college football.
I know. Not on Saturday, you didn't.